What's up, everybody? Justin Watch Movies here with the review for Black Summer, the new Netflix original series that is a spin-off of the zombie show Z Nation, which I have not seen, and I really don't have any intention to watch Z Nation. I really don't even know why I watched Black Summer. I watched it because my daughter was sick on Thursday, and I was just scrolling through Netflix, and it caught my eye, and it was a new release, so I said, you know, let's watch it, and I'll review it for you guys. I'm not too big on zombie shows. I have not seen any episode of The Walking Dead, and I don't really watch zombie movies. But this show is an 8-episode series that is about 30 to 40 minutes long, and this is about a group of different people that are all kind of doing their own little thing, and they all eventually get together to survive this zombie apocalypse that has just started. The main star in here is Jamie King. She is a mother that is looking for her daughter, and so she teams up with other people that are trying to survive as well. And we have the start of a zombie apocalypse. Some movies and shows put you in the middle of the zombie apocalypse. This one just kind of starts it off, and people are reacting to it and don't know how to survive because they're just being put into this predicament. So I like that aspect of this show. I like that sometimes when people see zombies, the initial shock is there. They're scared, they're confused, they don't know what to do. Whereas a lot of other zombies shows, they have them already prepared, they're ready to fight. This puts them in a predicament where they're trying to figure out what to do and where to go, where's the best place to be, what can stop these zombies. And I think that everybody had these different little stories, and they kind of worked well together. Now, the first episode I think is probably the weakest one for me personally, and I did stick through with the show, but the first episode just introduced so many different people, so many different storylines. And when they were about to introduce a new character, the screen went black and it said their name across the screen. But we had like 6, 7 different people they wanted to talk about, and I had a hard time connecting to some of these characters because the fact that within these 45 minutes, they were just running through these different characters. And the first one got the most screen time in the beginning, Jamie King, and she was trying to find her daughter, but then we transitioned to someone else, and then someone else, and then someone else. And in the second episode, half of the group got together, and then another group got together, and so we had like 2 different groups doing something. And I liked them working together as a group. Solo, I had a hard time connecting with some of these characters because it just seemed like they were so rushed and they wanted to introduce so many different characters. And unfortunately, though, throughout the rest of the series, I did not feel connected to any of these characters. It's a very bleak show, and they don't do a lot to add characteristics to these characters or personality traits. And I think that's part of it's okay because it's a zombie apocalypse. There's no time to sit and chit chat. You gotta survive, you gotta run around, you gotta fight. And so part of me thinks it's okay to not have these characteristics. Part of me also wants to know some more about these characters because I'm spending 8 episodes with them. I want to know a little more about them than just their name and who is related to them. But besides that, I did find enjoyment in Black Summer. I thought it is a really well shot series. The way that the camera moves and pans around the characters and handles the action scenes, it's all filmed really nicely. And like I said, it's a very bleak show, so it's dark at times, it's gritty, it's bloody, it's not afraid to be up in your face kind of action. I don't know how Z Nation is as a show. I don't know how it's filmed. I don't know how the characters are. I don't know if there's humor. I don't know anything about Z Nation, but I watched Black Summer and I heard it's like a prequel to Z Nation. I could be wrong, but as this show, I did enjoy it. I think that the action is filmed really nicely. The zombies aren't like super fast zombies. They run, but they're not like super quick. They're not slow either. And they are pretty vicious as well. I just liked watching the characters try to learn to fight to survive, what worked in this environment, what relationships worked. You know, there was a trial and error. There's people that got along, there's people that didn't. They weren't afraid to, you know, do some drastic things with its characters. And so I think that the show did take a lot of risks as well, and I applaud them for doing that. Like I said, I just don't know these characters too much, but besides that, I think it was a decent watch. It felt really quick. It was about 8 episodes, and some episodes were like 32 minutes. Some could have been 45, just depending on what they wanted to do with that episode. But I felt like it was a really quick watch. I sat down and watched it. I was like, oh, it's over. And I had a good time watching it. So maybe I'll check out Z Nation. I don't think I will. I can't promise you guys anything. I don't even know if it's still going. I really don't know anything about Z Nation, but I guess I should look it up at some point. But Black Summer is on Netflix, 8 episodes, and I think you guys should check it out if you guys like zombie shows. If you like Z Nation, you probably like this one. It's a bleak show. Characters aren't strong, but it's a zombie show. They're running around trying to survive. The action scenes are filmed really well. I like the camera movement in the very first episode. I liked how it was panning around these characters and just moving around. I was like, this is pretty impressive. And it continued throughout the show. It wasn't afraid to take risks, and overall it was a pretty enjoyable show. I'm gonna go ahead and give Black Summer a B. Have you guys seen Black Summer, the new Netflix original show? What do you think about it? Leave your comments down below. Make sure to check out my most recent videos right over here. My name is JustinWatchesMovies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.